Today we're going to be checking out the brand new Givenchy Gentleman's Society Eau de Parfum Extreme. So last year in 2023 they released Society Eau de Toilette. And I wasn't the biggest fan of that one. I just felt it was pretty, pretty bland, pretty stripped back. It just didn't really seem to fit in to the rest of the lineup as well. I've always said that the Gentleman lineup has a little bit of everything for everybody, no matter if you're looking for a dedicated summer scent, spring scent, fall scent, winter scent, something that's very sweet and boozy, something that's a bit more mid-range, something that's fresh and citrusy, something that's woodsy, something that's a little bit woodsy, a little bit sweet. I mean, just everything. They really have built a nice lineup of scents that just cater to everybody. And Society felt like something that just didn't really fit in as well and kind of seemed kind of like a filler release, I guess. However, I can understand where it might appeal to people because it is very mass-pleasing and easygoing and you can't really mess it up. But I've got to say, looking at the new release here, the Eau de Parfum Extreme, the notes look good. I did peek ahead of time on this one here, and so pull that sleeve off. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the cellophane, get it opened up, and get it tried on. Here we go. I like the bottle. Already a big improvement over the original, and really the only difference is instead of being silver, it's kind of like a, what is that? I guess a gunmetal, almost black plate. I can't tell, but I think it looks cooler, a lot more sharp, a lot more classy. And again, like I said, I cheated. I looked at the note breakdown ahead of time because I was on the fence about buying it. To be honest with you, that's how I've been with a lot of the new releases. I just don't really feel like buying them all anymore if it's not going to appeal to me. But this one looks promising, so we'll see. Okay, that's really good. Immediately, a massive improvement, and that is off the first spray. Again, that's remarkable. A coffee note that really resembles Bond No. 9 New Harlem, just a rich, heavy, sweet, just powerful coffee kind of note, and then some other sweetness surrounding that, like a tonka and almost a vanilla combo. And then kind of like a heavier, masculine kind of backbone to support the coffee and the sweet kind of powdery notes here. Immediately, this is something that is significantly more interesting than the original Society and even a couple of the other offerings in the Gentleman lineup, kind of like, I don't know, Eau de Parfum, Boise, the Eau de Toilette, Intense, EDT Intense. This is impressive immediately. So we'll take a look at this note breakdown here. Up top, we have peppermint, clary sage, and nutmeg. In the mid, we have coffee, narcissus, orris root, and then 3 types of vetiver. Seen this before. Madagascar vetiver, Haitian vetiver, and vetiver. And then in the base we have Madagascar vanilla, Australian sandalwood, and Himalayan cedarwood. So regions aside, okay, because I'm not going to even attempt to pretend like I know which region each vetiver and all that's coming from. Nonsense. This is all marketing here. I'm pretty sure all of you have figured that out. There's a couple notes in here that get me hyped up right away, and again, the one I can smell a lot, the coffee. That's great. And I've talked about this before. In fact, the new Born in Roma Green Stravaganza, interestingly enough, has kind of a minty green mixed with coffee. The coffee in that one is very realistic and actually detectable, and same with here. And that might sound silly, but there are a lot of coffee scents out there that might put that note in there just for, whatever reason they might feel like doing so. But when you actually smell it, it's almost non-existent. Not the case here. And again, to double down on that, a very, very powerful, rich, and realistic coffee note that for people who really enjoy coffee in real life, you're gonna love this stuff. Along with that, they're listing off orris root or iris, and definitely getting some of that. Now, it's not as strong as Gentleman Eau de Parfum, Eau de Parfum Reserve Privé, or, other things similar to those, Dior Homme Intense, Valentino Uomo Intense, right? It's not as strong as those, at least not right now. That could change later on, but it's definitely giving it a support. For me, more than anything else right now, that vanilla is coming through pretty strong. And then just the support from the cedar wood and the vetiver to, again, give it that stronger masculine base. In this instance here, the cedar wood's giving it kind of a rich, almost kind of earthy, spicy base, and then the vetiver just gives it a little bit more of a smooth, clean undertone. And some of the narcissus is coming through now. I never know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. And essentially all that really matters here is it's a floral, and I'm picking up on it now. I didn't in the beginning, right? It was all coffee and woods and everything, but now it's coming through. And that floral was used heavily in the original Society, which is part of the reason why I didn't like it. It was just too floral and fresh for me. It's starting to come through now. There's still enough going on to balance it out, but it's definitely there. So, you know, where we're at right now is that this one is still entirely more interesting and unique and worthwhile compared to the original. As far as the rest of the Gentleman lineup goes, you know, it's not going to beat out Reserve Privé for me. I think that would be really hard to do. I hope, you know, that they work towards that and they create something better than that, but that one's like top of the line for me. I love that stuff. So it's not going to beat that one out. The OG Eau de Parfum, I don't know. That stuff is still great. It kind of holds a special place in my heart. But again, that coffee in here is second to none. Really impressive. I was not expecting that at all. So I don't know. It could be within my top 3 for sure. It depends. Now this one, I think once it hits discounters will be a pretty good seller. I think it's something where once you can get it below retail, people are going to be interested in trying it, because at the end of the day, the original Society is going to be a pretty good seller for the mass market because it smells good, right? And so this one, adding a little bit more of an interesting facet to that DNA, I think could be notable. What I'll end up doing is once this one does hit discounters, I'll send out an email and a text to my mailing list and texting list. You can sign up completely free down below. Anytime new releases hit discounters, anytime rare and discontinued fragrances come in stock on discounters, I send out a notification. I'll get you taken care of. That's your one-stop shop for making sure you don't miss out on anything good, basically. We don't spam you. We don't send out emails every day because there aren't good deals and, you know, rare stuff and new stuff coming in stock every day. So it's only whenever something good comes up. So if you sign up and you don't get an email for a couple days, don't automatically assume that it's not working right. It's just, you know, again, I'm picky about what I send out because I want it to be worthwhile. So make sure you hang in there, and once good stuff starts coming in, which between you and me is going to be ramping up here as we kind of move on with all these new releases and stuff coming in, you're not going to want to miss out. That's pretty much it, and I'm going to kind of leave it here. Performance is going to have to be measured, and I'll still get some time to wear this one in and test it as we're wrapping up getting ahead of myself, wrapping up winter and heading into spring. We still got some cool temperatures, so I'll be able to wear this one, and this will definitely be showing up in some lists, cooler weather themed lists and stuff like that. It's really good. I'm happy with this stuff. Is it going to go down as one of the best releases of 2024? I don't know yet. I'm hoping that there are some things even better than this coming, because again, it's really good, but you want to set the bar high. But so far out of what I've tried, this is one of the better ones. And again, we're only in March. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.